answers? I think I'm entitled.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Zero Dark 30 Friday. The prepared mind busting out of the bunker into the night. It's going to be a long day out in the sun today, I got to tell you guys. It's going to be great. Tonight we'll do the Friday free for all, and then Sunday night live, 6 p.m. Eastern time. But for now, Zero Dark 30. So, is the Fed, the Federal Reserve, the Federal Reserve Bank, are they federal or not? I'd like to know. You know what? I actually starting to think that they're a bunch of illegal aliens, foreigners. You want to know why? Because they shouldn't be here. They don't have America's interests at heart at all. And we're paying for every fucking step of the way. They don't do anything. They create nothing. They don't work. All they do is take. So Trump, President Trump, kept his head pretty low yesterday, I guess for the most part, at least in my news scope. And he went to the Federal Reserve, was met by Jerome Powell. And folks, you might have guessed, I know a little bit about construction, been in construction. And they showed up at the bank. Both of them wore hard hats. What a white collar asshat thing to do. I mean, I've got a hard hat and I wear it when there's a chance I'm going to get hit with something. But do you think for a fucking second either of those guys is going to walk underneath a bunch of construction workers who are heaving giant rocks, bricks, and tools, and there's a chance they could get hurt out there? No. It's optics. It's for looks. But never mind that bullshit. So Jerome Powell had some papers in his hands. And him and Trump walked around and talked about the Federal Reserve Bank and what money was being spent there. They're in a building, a pre-existing building that got renovated. And I guess originally the renovation was supposed to cost around $1.5 billion, 1.6, 1.7, some such number. But they went a little over budget, $2.5 billion. Well, Trump looked at everything and he said, by the time we're done here, it's going to be $3.1 billion. So from like 1.7 to 2.5 to $3.1 billion to renovate a building. I'm fucking flabbergasted. Do you know what you can do with $1 million for construction? Not a lot. I mean, a lot, but not a lot. But when it comes to, when you start talking billions, every billion is 1,000 millions. It's just, it's mind-blowing. What can they do to it? The building is made out of rock or stone, if you will. You know, marble, granite, building materials, concrete. What are they going to renovate? Why does it cost much? It's mind-bending, folks. Mind-bending. And here's the kicker. The Federal Reserve Bank, the Fed, the Federal Reserve, is not a government institution. It's a private banking cartel. Why are we paying for it? We already pay those people. They make money off of us, the American people. You know how? Because every dollar that they so-called print or type into a computer screen, we're giving federal government $2 billion today to do such and such. We're going to give $50 billion here. We're going to give 500 million there. They create money out of thin air. Nothing. There is some printing, but most of it's just electronic digits. It's digital money. It's just numbers on a screen. And they charge us interest. They charge interest. They create money out of nothing, and then they charge the government interest until they pay it back. The Federal Reserve Bank is stealing money. It is usury. One of the oldest, nastiest tricks in the book. They created nothing. They didn't create gold or silver. There's no wealth there. They didn't mine anything. They just put numbers on a screen, and they've got basically two jobs in their mandate. Their role is to do what they can to make sure unemployment is low. Got to keep everyone working and busy so they can pay their taxes, so they can pay the government, so the government can pay back that money with interest. And the other thing they do is, make sure inflation doesn't go above 2%. But they're not happy unless it's at least 2. Why 2? 2 is another tax. Any inflation, folks, is a tax because your dollars don't go as far. And if your house, this is great. Your house gets inflated in value. In other words, inflation caused your house to go from 100,000 to 200,000. Why my house went up in value? Well, that's called inflation. All you're doing is writing even. But don't worry. The extra 100,000 you're going to pay capital gains taxes on. That's right. So the inflation value increase in your house, you get to give to the government its share. So you're getting taxed again on something that you are already being penalized for as a tax. So this is the Federal Reserve, but they're a private banking organization. Until this year, most people didn't realize the government gives our money to private fucking organizations. Right? They got a great name. NGOs, non-government organizations. NGOs, non-government organizations that do everything they can to help government control you and me. From propaganda. Oh, that's right. That's right. They got rid of the Smith-Mundt Act so that the government can lie to us, propagandize us, gaslight us, bullshit us. So I guess Trump will never rescind that, nor will any Democrat, because they like that. Oh, yeah. Gots to love government. Giving our money away to private organizations and the Federal Reserve, which makes currency, money, most people call it. They can make the money, but they have to have us pay it back. Well, I guess because it's our money and their bank, they lied and bullshitted, and maybe even Jerome Powell will get in trouble. Doubt it. I can doubt it. He's been criminally referred. Since when does someone with a criminal referral get to talk to the president? Since when does someone with a criminal referral get to hold their job? They should be fucking fired at that level. But no, they protect each other. It's just a game, folks. Hey, remember, it's just a game. You pay your taxes. It's just a game. You go to jail. It's just a game where they steal our money, but don't you worry. Don't you worry. The big dogs, they'll be safe. No accountability, just a bunch of bullshit, smoke and mirrors. That's a big distraction, a joke while they screw us over. Woo! Yeah. All Jerome Powell had to do was what he did for Biden, and that was lower interest rates. Warm up the helicopter and get ready to spread some money around so Trump could say he's doing a great job for America. Where's this $150 trillion? When's that going to get here? I'm still waiting for that and my $5,000 Doge tax cut.